Hello, everyone. I'm back again, SJ. Well, guys, I had a good day today, I must say, this morning. I started my morning off just walking and, just feeling the breeze, just enjoying the air. And I think it's important, we got to get out there enjoying some sun and get that vitamin D going and, everything else. So, a lot of things have changed, as far as me, with my health, especially as you age. And, at 58, you know, we, you know, we got to do what we got to do, period. We have to do what we have to do. And that's where I'm at right now. What made me really, I knew that it was very important to be healthy. I know that. Anyone knows that. I think it was the more of me at this age, the weight, things comes with, with people being overweight. For me, just my blood pressure. I also deal with Graves' disease, and it was very important for me to get it together, really get it together, and be very serious about it. And, yes, our health is very important. And also just living a long, healthy life, being there, with my kids. Of course, three of them are grown, but the other one is almost there. And then my grandkids, I want to live to see all of my children and my grandchildren, married and finish college and, high school, college, everything. I want to be around for that. And that's what really kind of just woke me up as far as, number one, being, healthy and just getting rid of, taking medication and all of that. And yeah. So that's where I'm at. And again, I had a great morning. I really enjoyed it. I feel that it doesn't matter what age we are, we still, can do what we have to do to live a healthy life. And it's important. And then we can still enjoy everything, doesn't matter as long as we're healthy. So that's our top thing, for me. But I also looked at, like body changes, I used to go back and I reminisce on, I always tell my kids, oh, wow. I remember I was like 150 pounds and, I'm tall and everything else. And they're like, yeah, Mom, you can pretty much do that again, Mom. But, I always go back on there. I look at old pictures and everything and stuff. Believe me, I don't, how can I put it? Yes, that was 150 pounds years ago. But what I look at now today, even at that age, I was 18, I look at pretty much like when they ask, would you change your life? What would you do, differently? Or would you, how can I put these words? Go back to 18. Would you prefer to be back in your 18s or your 20s or whatever? No, I'm loving 58. I love aging, and this is the truth. But yeah, so I'm enjoying this mature age now. I'm enjoying all of this. So again, I don't have a problem with expressing myself and, talking about myself or my age. It's not me. I'm proud of it. We're going to age regardless. We can't stop that at all. So yeah, but everything else, and getting healthy and doing what we have to do and everything else, we need that energy, the confidence, and everything else. Because too, again, as I gained the weight and, with the thyroid, it did put weight on me. But again, there was no excuses. No excuses when everything was in control. So you understand. So even though I'm dealing with this situation, but it's in control. The same thing like my blood pressure. So now I'm on this thing where, okay, I'm cutting it. You understand? As far as medication for blood pressure, blah, blah, blah. I don't think I will need that by God's grace, do what I have to do, you know? But as far as Graves' disease, no. That's just something that it can. You just take your pill and that's it, you know? But yeah, at this age, at 58, once again, and everything that I'm dealing with and on this health journey, you know, I came into a lot of battles, you know, with my mindset, with my low energy. Just, I'm not going to use the word depressed because I don't want to use that word. I think I just, for us, I mean, for me, because I can't speak for everyone, I call that like a downer. You know, maybe you guys would call that, well, she was depressed or whatever. No, but I called it at my down time. And meaning that, you know, when I'm going through that type of mindset, I push back. I don't want to talk. I don't want to be bothered. And, you know, I'm just to myself because I don't want to put all, I try not to. So let me not lie. I try not to put that energy on anyone, and especially my kids or grandkids or your significant other. So yeah, but other than that, I'm feeling good. I'm here talking to you guys, and I just love it. And you guys gonna see a lot of me by God's grace. You're gonna see the transformation and everything else, and I hope you guys, we all can work together. You know, let's do this together, and it will be fun. So guys, hey, again, I love you guys. Reach out, subscribe, you know, put your comments, whatever it is. But just remember, we in our 50s and 60s and 80s and 70s, whatever, hundreds, it doesn't matter, okay? We are just beginning. We are just beginning, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. But again, guys, God bless you guys, and I'll see you soon.